Hi, I'm Nicci Peterson, and this is my mom, Cindy Paling. Um, we'll just dive on in. Can you describe the moment when you saw Will for the first time?
Sure. Well, relieved that because you had to go in and have a C-section, which was unexpected. But I did notice when Mark sent the picture, I knew there was something there. But I was just so happy he came out and was just so, you know, healthy. And so there you go.
Describe Will now that he's 7 months old.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Mr. Personality, Mr. Smiley, Mr. Kicker. He constantly is kicking and smiling, and just he's happy. I couldn't be more proud of his progress and where he is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Thrilled with his muscle tone, and he's progressing rapidly, I think.
Mm-hmm. What advice would you give me about raising my own kids?
What would we watch you and Mark, and we're in awe, and we're just like, we wish we were you. So I don't have any advice except to, listen to other people that might want to offer up some advice or something, but we're just in awe. So at this point.
What did you like being about a parent?
I liked seeing all of your hurdles, your what is it called? The milestones. And those were so fun because they would happen, and then all of a sudden you're talking, or all of a sudden you're eating solid foods or sleeping through the night. So and as you grow up, they're also your milestones. So that was fun. And to see how the three of you differ.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about being a grandma and what it's been like.
Wow.
Or a CC.
Grandma CC for Cindy. But it's a lot of fun because I can take him home or be here with you, but then you get to keep them.
Yeah.
You get the overnights and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but we have a lot of fun. Yeah. Whenever he's at the house and stuff, he's a blast.
He laughs really hard with you. Oh, see,
yeah,
come here.
Yeah, that's the funnest part, is to get him to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you hope for Will?
Well, what I hope for Will is that he he's so happy, so he can keep that happiness going. And I mean, I think that that's going to mean a lot for his development as he grows up.
Mm-hmm. How has being a grandma changed you?
Maybe matured me a little. That's about it.
That's it? Okay.
That's one thing I really need.
I suppose. What was going through your head when you first heard his diagnosis?
What was going through my head? Well, I was more concerned for the two of you being first-time parents, and how you were going to handle it. And but when you said to the doctor, you said, okay, well, is it something we did? And he said no, and you simply said, okay, what's next? As opposed to feeling sorry for yourself or anything like that. You just simply said, what's next, so we can get moving on it. Yeah. And that was impressive.
Well, it meant the world to us that you were there for all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hard because you couldn't be there for a lot of it because of COVID. You couldn't come into the hospital, but we'd meet you in the parking lot. Or
we're so lucky, aren't we, that it was toward the end of his stay.
We could not have gone through all of that alone.
And I have all of that when the doctor was in the room giving the diagnosis. I have all of that on my phone, on video. So it shows, and it's stuck in my mind of when you said, okay, so what's next? And that's just,
yeah. And that's what it's been like with Will. It's just like, wow, you can hold his head up. Okay, what next?
You're helping him. So.
But it hasn't felt like we're struggling with our child. There are so many days when I look at him and I don't even think of a diagnosis.
No.
Most days I just see giggly little Will.
Yeah.
And for me, that's been the funnest part about about all of this, because this is just a diagnosis to me anymore. At first it felt like we are not going to have a normal life, where this is going to be such a burden on us forever. And we're only 7 months in, and I already have, most days I forget.
He's hitting his milestone.
Yeah. And he's just been incredible. And I'm excited for him to grow up and hear this conversation, because
he won't believe it.
He won't, no one will know. It won't mean anything someday, really soon. So being that it's COVID, we can't travel to see our family, like extended family, and my brother and sister can't come to see us. What difference has that made for you?
Stinks. It's awful for them too, because they want to be more involved and see them and things. But yeah, I would just, so they could be around more. But especially with Elise working in a school, it's hard to want to be around her with, her being around all those kids all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, it sucks that they can't come visit Will, especially, hey, I'm not doing anything this weekend. It's really nice for us to be able to not put him in daycare, keep him home for a year or two, let him get a little stronger before he is exposed to those sorts of things. But for me, it's just awful not allowing other people to experience and enjoy Will like we have gotten to. That's what sucks for me.
Especially great grandpas.
Yeah.
And how bad they want us.
I know. Yeah. I mean, a window's fine, but it's not the same as, it's just not the same as holding him or laughing at him or whatnot. But he does know his grandparents really well. He knows you.
I think so.
He knows Jackie and Dana. He kind of knows Grandpa. Just kidding, he knows Grandpa. Dad.
I think so, yeah. He's starting to really have Dad is starting to have a lot of fun with them.
Yeah.
As he's getting older and
when he sees Mark, his face just lights up and he starts laughing right away. He loves his dad.
Daddy.
Yeah. What do you, you're part of Facebook grandparents community, PWSA, you're already getting really involved. What do you think will be the most important things for the PWS community to accomplish in the next 10 years?
Well, I know there's not a cure, and there won't be a cure, but when babies such as Will are diagnosed early, as he was diagnosed in the hospital, that the intervention that can start right away, I hope it can continue to grow. And I know there's going to be help with development in hyperphagias, that's how you say it, hyperphagia and all that kind of stuff, to help with all of the issues besides just the PWS that go along with it.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten that far. Like I try to wrap my head around it, but I still don't know what it'll be like. And I know it's different for everyone.
It is.
But it's so easy to forget because of how perfect he is now, sleeping while we're gabbing in the kitchen.
You're gonna have to show him off though.
Oh, yeah. What in the community has really inspired you? What
PWS?
Like what have you seen from Facebook? Other people, Facebook or whatever?
And I know I've said this before, but they're milestones, and you can just feel the excitement of grandparents when they, hear of this, and it's just so cute. Like when they just share pictures of just little ordinary things like anybody does on Facebook. So that's really fun to stay connected. Everybody comments back and forth, and I really enjoy that. Yeah.
What do you think our family will look like in 10 years?
What do you, Mark and Will, or
and you and us, Dad being a part of it?
Hopefully it is right now what it is. We live close to each other and we're able to help out as much as we can, And in 10 years, gee whiz, I would like to see him in 4th grade or whatever age that is.
Yeah.
And, you know, have an IEP maybe, probably, but in just be one of the kids.
I don't even want to think about 4th grade. He's not getting older than he is right now. He's just the perfect age. Yep, still sleeping. That was one thing I really liked about being in the hospital is he had to get used to sleeping through noise, and now he can sleep through anything.
Just like his mommy.
Yeah. Okay, now you asked me something.
Oh, I was have to read, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just don't let people see your glasses.
Well, questions for Nicci, from Mom to Nicci.
If you want.
Okay. How has being a parent changed you?
It's changed everything in our lives. The preparation was so much fun, but when you actually get to that moment, suddenly nothing else matters anymore. And gosh, I can't even remember the last time it's a pandemic, but put on makeup or really did my hair or anything. And it's kind of fun to have an excuse to do that, but I don't even miss it. The things that I thought I would be missing out on, meeting with friends, going downtown, showing Will off to people, I really don't matter as much to me anymore because I'm enjoying so much just him and having my own time with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are. I know there's a whole pandemic, but like you said, it is nice. You're home, you can work virtually, and I mean that's just,
and I get to be with them all the
time.
And
you get to be with them all the time.
Yeah, it is really nice.
Yeah. Can you tell me about one of your most difficult memories as a mom of what you've been through?
It was being in the hospital and not having an end date. That was really, really hard. It wasn't only, oh my gosh, I'm using up my maternity days on being in a hospital and not feeling like I'm a real mom because so many other people are taking care of him, but it was also not having people over to see him or not something as silly as not having just a regular picture with my son. And every picture I took with him, he had in his nose tube. And even those little things, they felt so big. And now that I'm looking back at it, someone said this in the hospital, but it didn't really make sense to me until now. It's all just part of his story and his own journey. And I have other friends that have had children that were in the NICU that I didn't even know were in the NICU for a little while, that I was shocked to find out were. It's not as rare as I thought. It's not a stigma like I thought. It's just that's how some people start out, and it doesn't mean anything for down the road. It felt like it did, but it really doesn't. And you can't know that and feel that secure until you're really out of it. But then when we got home, we were like, well, now what? Now we have to figure out this nose tube. Of course we were trained, but we were like, I kind of wish a nurse was here to help us with this stuff. And when we left, we were like, okay, we're glad we were there as long as we were. But it didn't feel like that in the moment. That was really hard.
Yeah, but you learned, had you gone home sooner, that would not have been good.
He needed to be there as long as
you needed to be there to learn.
Yeah. So, and luckily for us, Will only wore a nose tube for another month. So it wasn't,
I know. You have to have a G2.
Yeah.
And I mean, you didn't.
Other parents don't get that lucky, but he was, I always say this, he has really turned out to be the baby that we were not told to expect in the best ways.
In the best way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
Nope. Still out.
Okay, you pretty much said that. Oh, what family traditions would you like to see passed down?
I'm gonna grab them really quick. Family traditions, good. Want to see passed down. I'm excited to. Every year on my birthday, we get out the Christmas tree and decorate it. And last year, for the first time, you helped me decorate my own tree. So I'm excited to start doing that with him. I'm excited for him to experience Thanksgiving.
Yeah. At our house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got to give us a smile.
You're going to be a big turkey.
So tired.
I know, he's still pretty sleepy.
Yeah. Let's see.
And going to visit great grandpas will be pretty special too, especially because you're named after one of them. Huh? Aren't you?
If you were to give me advice as a grandparent, what would it be?
Don't come over as much.
This is a scary question.
Stay home.
Do I want the answer?
No, I don't. Not really advice. More, I just so appreciate you being 10 minutes away.
And now, how lucky.
Well, I mean, having him home all the time has been amazing, but it's also been tricky. And you've been here whenever we needed you, and he loves his CC, and I'm just so grateful that you guys are down the street. I know.
Well, grateful that you want us to help.
Yeah. We haven't always lived this close, and it's amazing that it's how it turned out.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
And not having lived here long, we're very lucky. I think that is it for me to you.
Okay. You did very good. You were like Regis, and I was like Kelly.
You always smile when you wake up. That must mean you're just still.
I think he's still.
I think so. But let's see him smile.
Smile.
Look here.
Smile.
You see us on camera. Oh, you see yourself.
Hi.
He cried through all the PT, didn't you?
There's an almost a smile.
There you go.
You were probably pretty sleepy, weren't you? But I'm getting stronger every day.
Strong. Aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Aren't you?
He's got great therapists. Don't you?
Well, I just want you to know I appreciate you so much. And we both, Mark and I, just absolutely love watching you be a grandma or a CC and having Will smiling and laughing at you just means the world to us, and we love you so much.
There we go. There's our smile.
Yeah.
But we're so proud of you and Mark. It's amazing. And his therapist today told us how you two take such notes and when you're there for your appointments, and you are interacting with him constantly, and you put him first, and yes, you're just great parents. We're just so proud of you guys.
It's a pretty special baby.
Yes,
it's easy to parent. Such a joy.
Oh, hi.
You're in the cutest little fall colors, you two. Look at your color palette.
Look at us.